Hey guys, it's Jewelyn. So before I get into today's Planting with Jewelyn episode, I wanted to just kind of share with you how my grandma packed my elephant's bush cutting. She's amazing. So before I go to work, I just wanted to show you really quickly how my grandma packed my cuttings because I do want it to get out of this bag and just air out and not be stuffed in the bag. So I just want to do this really quickly before I get ready for work and leave the house because I definitely don't want them staying in the bag until I have time to take care of these cuttings. So I'm just gonna take this off. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do a Planting with Jewelyn episode, if not today, tomorrow. I'm already home just for 2 days and then I'm heading to Las Vegas for Thanksgiving and for work. I do work. So my grandma just has it in a garbage bag, and then as you can see here, she has it in another, just a regular plastic grocery bag, and then here is all the beautiful cuttings. So I brought back probably around the same amount here, and as you can see, my grandma has wrapped it in napkins, nice and neat, and it just keeps going. So as you can see, she just kept wrapping and wrapping them, and none of the cuttings ever got damaged from the first time I brought them home, and then the last time. She did the same thing too with the prickly pears. So as you can see, all of the cuttings are here. I'm just gonna let it air dry on my little stool here, and then when I am ready to plant them up in the next Planting with Jewelyn, whether it be today or tomorrow, I have all of them here ready to go. Hey guys, good morning. I can't believe I think this is probably one of my first videos saying good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my home here in Santa Monica, California. It is Thanksgiving morning. It is 7:30 in the morning, and because I took the day off because I'm heading to Las Vegas to spend Thanksgiving with my mom and her husband, and a bunch of things happening today at our restaurant. We're gonna be hosting Thanksgiving in our restaurant after closing, which I'm really excited about. It's going to be our first Thanksgiving in the restaurant. I wanted to go ahead and just sit down and do a few things for my plant collection before I head out of town for 5 nights and 6 days. So I will be in Las Vegas for about a week for work, and I couldn't wait to come back next week to plant these up and take care of these cuttings because I do have a bunch of things that I want to take care of right now. So I hope you guys enjoy this Thanksgiving Planting with Jewelyn. I'm really excited. It's actually chilly, and I was trying to kind of figure out like what I wanted to do for this episode because I am pressed for time. My watch is dead. I have to charge my watch. I am pressed for time. Also too, I'm going to be thinking over the next few days, what am I going to do for my trainer's birthday and my best friend Julie's birthday, because it was just their birthdays the other day and they didn't even tell me their birthday. So I didn't even know it was their birthday until after the fact. If you watch my channel, you know how I like to give my best friends, people close to me, plant babies for their birthday or special occasions. So I will think about that in the next few days, and if I don't film me planting up any birthday plants, I will go ahead and insert pictures at the end of this video so you can see what I gave my trainer Shannon and my best friend Julie some plants for their birthday, because I'm not sure if my trainer Shannon is into plants or have any plants. So I'm kind of thinking what I'm going to do for her. And then Julie has a few plants in her collection. A few I added in her collection yesterday when I went plant shopping for her. So I'm going to just kind of figure out in my mind over the next few days what I want to do for them. Now, it is super cold here. I just could see my breath as I was talking. I have a bunch of different things here in front of me that I want to take care of. I brought back another bunch of elephant's bush cuttings, which I want to go ahead and do the same thing which I did in my propagating video. Set them up, and then I have a bunch of Marble Queen Pothos cuttings rooted. If you watch my previous Planting with Jewelyn's episodes, you know that I am trying to save my original Marble Queen Pothos. So a bunch of them had rooted up in water. I have a few new plants and cuttings that I want to go ahead and put into their planter that I have. A bunch of new plants is sitting in front of me, and I'm gonna hold off because I don't know what kind of planters or what's gonna happen in Las Vegas over the next week that I can bring back and kind of maybe pair them up with, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna switch the point of view so you can see what I'm working with. Also, it rained overnight, so my whole plant collection outside got watered, but the whole patio and ground is wet, and you'll see that my potting tray also got a little wet. All right, so here's what I'm working with first is all of my cuttings. I want to go ahead and just kind of figure out what I want to do with them, as far as am I planting it in dirt or am I just putting it straight into water. I'm just gonna go through them really quickly. I've done this on a separate video, just dedicating it to my cuttings, and so I think I'm just gonna do this for now without getting my sweater wet. If you guys are interested in seeing my propagating video on elephant's bush and haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out. I'm just gonna take the bottoms off. That's the first thing you need to do when propagating, is exposing the root. So I'm just taking the bottoms off, and every time I do this I just feel sad for the ones that I'm taking off, but it's okay. I think I'm gonna put this one in water. Ooh, this is a good one. Check this one out. Ooh, this is a nice healthy one too. It's such a different vibe to, I don't want to get this one stuck, but I think that's gonna be good. It's such a different vibe to do a Planting with Jewelyn episode 7:30 in the morning, because I'm usually at work, and if I'm doing anything in Las Vegas at 7:30 in the morning, it's either working or editing a video. So it's kind of nice to switch things up. So I'm just kind of picking and choosing who's going to go into water and who's going to go into dirt. I think I want this guy. That's fine. So these are my last bunch of cuttings that I'm getting from Arizona. I won't be going back to Arizona for the rest of the year. I've been going out there the last 3 months, and I've been able to get a lot of content for my channel. So that was really nice. And I am gearing up to do my holiday videos as well as my end of the year tour. Stay tuned for that. My grandma will be back here in about, I want to say 2.5 weeks with Ebi at my place. And then we're gonna get my place film ready to do the end of the year tour, and you get to see what my plant collection looks like for 2018 before the year ends. So that's going to be really fun, and I'll make sure I add more water after I see what I have in the end. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so now that I see what I ended up putting in the bottle, so this is going to propagate on my potting bench with the rest of them, and I'll go ahead and add a little bit more water, and I'm gonna set these on the side for now. So just a few. All right, so now that I have all of these cuttings here, I am going to bring this here. And I have my shovel. Put a little soil in here. Then I think I'm also going to put some soil in here too. So I already did Thanksgiving in Arizona on Monday with my grandma and my uncle, and I will be doing Thanksgiving today in our restaurant, and I'm really excited about that. It's going to be our first Thanksgiving in our restaurant. We are reopening the restaurant after closing and hosting Thanksgiving. I think my mom's husband has a bunch of Turkish friends. My mom's husband is Turkish, from Istanbul, and I don't know who else is going to be there, but I'm just glad that I get to spend it with my mom, because last Thanksgiving I was here and I spent it with coworkers. So let's see here. These will go next to the other cuttings that I did for my propagation video. Glad this is working out. Definitely wanted to take care of this before I leave for a week. I know that sounds like a long time, but haven't been in Las Vegas for 2.5 weeks, which is really long for me to be away from Las Vegas. Okay, we are getting my hands dirty here because everything is wet from the rain. Alright, so the ends are all into dirt. That's my main concern, as you can see here. Just gonna press down with my fingers to just kind of get it nice and grounded in here. And I'm just gonna let them be. I'm not gonna worry about them. They're gonna go in the greenhouse. Again, succulents, you don't need a greenhouse. You can just keep them in your patio. I've been doing that for over a year, but because I have a greenhouse, I just have all of the cuttings and propagation and rescues in there. And because I don't really have seasons here in LA, it's fine. So I'm just gonna set this on the side and move on to my next project. So I want to switch gears here. Let's take care of these cuttings here. Oh, I have this Heartleaf philodendron cutting that I've been propagating. If you can see, here's the root in water for a minute now, and I think I'm gonna give that cutting as part of Julie's birthday bundle because she seen mine last night in my home and she just was in awe. It's such a stunning plant. So I'm just gonna put it in here and put it on the side. I'll decide when I come back what I'm gonna do for the birthday bundles for Shannon and Julie. And then the Marble Queen Pothos, I'm just going to put them all together in this planter. And I know if I ever wanted to give the cuttings away, I know there's multiple cuttings in here, but if you can see here, there's roots, good enough for me. Stick them in there. I'm gonna add another scoop of soil here. Alright, so I'm gonna do that. And then this guy, you're very rooty. Here's another one, look at that. So nice and long water root. Very easy to make more babies. Do that. Here's another one, if you can see here. There's some roots there, good enough for me. And the rest of my cuttings is still in water. The rest of my cuttings are either forming a little water root or nothing at all, but I'm very patient when it comes to cuttings, so I'm not worried at all. These ones ended up rooting faster, and that's fine. I have one last guy here. So there's like a little water root right here. Alright, so yes, it looks crazy, but I'm just gonna leave it here just so that it's in dirt and I can move on to the next step of what I want to do with them. This is what I have planted up for the Marble Queen Pothos. I have 4 cuttings in here. Again, they're wild and crazy, so when I come back from Las Vegas next week, I'll go ahead and take a look at them. I may give 1 or 2 cuttings away as gifts, but for now, at least they're in dirt and I can feel better about myself leaving now that I took care of them. So I'm going to set them on the side and we're going to move on. Alright, so these are the last plants that I want to take care of today before I head on out to Las Vegas. I have my bear paw and I also have my peperomia. And I think I'm going to take care of the pixie lime first. Now, I preferably don't want it in a terracotta, but it's currently what I have right now. That's about this size. So I'm just going to place it in here and at least it's in a new home. This was part of my West Los Angeles haul. And it's my first one, but take a look at how like full it is. It's so lush. I love it. Get my small soap shovel here. Okay, it's just easier to do it with my hand. Just want a little bit more soil in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this be. What do you guys think for now? Temporary housing. I would love to have it in a white planter or a blue and white planter, but for now it's here and it looks happy. There's a lot of new growth. I'm just in love with this peperomia and just peperomias in general. So now I want to take care of these cuttings. I got this in the Bay Area a while back. If you've seen my plant friend cutting haul from the Bay Area, and it's been in water propagation for a while. You can't really see it now because of all of the soil on it, but there is water roots on here. And I'm just gonna stick it into this blue ice cream planter that I had for a while now, and I'm just gonna leave it as is. I think it's doing really great. Look at all of the new growth here. I think it's super cute. So I won't be watering this because the soil is a little wet. So that is going to take care of that little guy. Alright, and then the last one I want to take care of is my bear paw. It is slightly wet from the rain. I have this terracotta planter here that I want to go ahead and use for this guy. Just put a little soil on the bottom. And then I'm going to squeeze here, and it is wet, so there will be no watering for this guy either. But look at how cute that is. Now my original green bear paw is not this big, so this is really cool. Look at how fun that looks. Yay! Alright, so as you can see with the rain, there is a little humidity in here. These cuttings that I just want to put with the rest. And then these guys, of course, they're succulents, so they don't need to be in the greenhouse, but I'm going to stick them with the rest. I am wrapping up the video here. I have the 3 babies that I planted up into planters here. I have my brand new babies here, my pixie lime, peperomia, as well as my bear paw, and then my cuttings that's been sitting in water for a while now, which I got from the Bay Area, into a cute little ice cream planter. So these are the 3 that got planted up into beautiful planters. And then my cuttings, my elephant's bush, my second batch is in water and dirt, as well as my marble queen pothos and my heartleaf philodendron cuttings that's been propagating in water. They finally got put into dirt. I'll figure out what I will do with them, but stay tuned for more Planting with Jewelyn episodes. I'm also really excited to figure out what plants I'm going to be giving to my trainer Shannon, as well as my best friend Julie. So let me know what do you guys think about everything that I did today. There's a lot of propagating and a lot of planting, and I love these type of videos. And also stay tuned for a little plant haul. I got some really cool plants yesterday that I didn't get to film in any hauls or videos yet. I will hold off and wait until next week when I'm back to do that. And also stay tuned to see all of my succulent babies. Hopefully I get to plant them up, which I got in Long Beach the other day. So I do have a lot of planting coming up. And also I want to give a shout out to my giveaway winners who won the cactus giveaway and the succulent giveaway. I'll go ahead and share their photos now. I love when I get photos that I can share on my channel, and it is so cool to know that I have plant friends all around the world. You can find more on my blog at ILOVEJEWELYN.blogspot.com. And also, if you guys are still interested, I still have my Planting with Jewelyn merchandise still available. You can reach out to me in a direct message on Instagram at Planting with Jewelyn, and I'll go ahead and send those out to you. As you can see, the morning sun is finally peeking out, which I never get to see in my place because I'm at work at this hour. It's about 8 a.m. I'm heading to Las Vegas. It is so nice to see the morning sun on my plants. It is just so adorable. But stay tuned for the end of the year tour. I'll go ahead and film that with my grandma when she's back here next month. See you there. Aloha from Santa Monica, California. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.